Hey, welcome back. Now joining us this morning is Brad Hicks, the Interim Executive Director for the Builders Association of Southern Oregon. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning.
So this Friday through Sunday, we're going to have the Southern Oregon Home Show. So what can people that haven't been before expect out of that?
Well, it's hard to bottle it all up because there's a lot going on under one roof. But the latest and greatest in technologies around building trades, education, food, beer garden, new garden center this year. It's really a lot. It's really a lot.
Absolutely. And as I understand, in that education aspect, you're going to be helping people to avoid things like flooding, ways to protect their home. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, think about the importance of flooding prevention and tips right now with what's going on in the local weather. But a whole variety of breakout sessions on things like how to prepare your home for sale, things to do, things not to do, emergency tips and all those sorts of things. But a lot of breakout sessions that aren't just about home ownership, but building trades, technology, latest and greatest.
Yeah, and you mentioned this year you're adding the new gardening section.
Yeah.
So what can people expect for that?
Well, that's a really good question because it's the first one ever. So we know what we hope for, and that's a wide variety of tips and products that you can use in landscaping and gardening. If you think about gardening and landscaping is such an important part of not just home ownership, but commercial building ownership. So we're hoping to bring that element to the show. It's the first time we've ever done it. So I think it's going to grow over time. We'll see. But we have a lot of local landscapers that are going to spruce, I'll say, the place up for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what do you hope people take away from this event in terms of the home, the garden, all the aspects of it?
Well, I think there's so much, again, under one roof that I think it's going to be a different answer for every individual, right? You're going to have all these different products. You're going to have all this different information for people to take in, from solar to landscaping to windows and flooring and on and on and on. So I think, what would that be? I don't know. I don't know if I came up with one thing I wanted people to take away.
It's a little bit of everything for everyone, truly.
Yeah,
But Brad,
it is.
What is your favorite part of the event?
Well, could be the food trucks, but no. I think probably my favorite thing is, it's a sold-out show, so there's well over 175 different local businesses that are involved in the trades coming together to support the work of the Builders Association, which takes place all year long, not just one weekend. And that's education of industry members, it's advocacy, training. So this really supports the industry all year long, and I think that's probably my favorite thing about it.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you mentioned that because this is the 43rd annual year, but the Builders Association is an all year round thing. So tell me about what you do in the off seasons.
Well, again, just summarizing, a lot of advocacy work, right? Making sure that there's an environment for the industry in which to succeed. That takes up a bulk of our time, but also education and training of folks in the industry.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
And we have been talking here, very recently about recent tariffs that include like steel, aluminum, things that impact like home construction and builders. So is the Builders Association concerned about that at all or paying attention to it? Yeah,
very much so. And I described it the other day as the best of times and the worst of times. So if you think about things like tariffs and immigration issues, maybe that fits into the worst of times category. So there's some fear and trepidation around those issues and the impact on the industry. But on the flip side, the good times, you have tax cuts and you have regulatory, the regulatory burden being unwound. So there's great excitement about that. And then if you think about our market locally, median prices are up, sales are taking place rapidly, I think 30, 35 days on the market, and homes are turning. So there's a lot of positive signs here locally. And I would say if you think about the stats for the home show, I think it's an indicator that people are excited about the industry, whether they are building new or they're remodeling, refreshing what they already have. Sold out show. We have more sponsors this year, I think, than in the history of the show.
Wow.
So, if we were in a beleaguered industry, I don't think that would be the case. So I think there's still optimism and a lot of excitement around the industry and the show.
Yeah, absolutely. And Brad, is there anything else you'd like to tell us this morning before I say goodbye to you?
Mostly, I hope that I see you out there. Hopefully I see everybody out there this weekend. We'll be there from, I think, noon on Friday till 4 o'clock on Sunday. Come check it out.
Absolutely, because as we said, there is something for everyone there. And
Yeah.
you mentioned the grilled cheese sandwich truck, which, hey, I'm all there for, all right?
Who won't be?
Who wouldn't be? Exactly.
Right.
So as we said,
Thank
the
you.
Builders Association of Southern Oregon presents the 43rd Annual Southern Oregon Home and Garden Show this weekend at the Jackson County Expo. Admission is just $5 and kids 12 and under get in for free. Now for more information, visit buildso.com or call the number there on your screen. Brad, thank you again so much for coming
Thank
in
you.
this morning. Of
Yeah.
course, hope to see you this weekend.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.